And in my entire life, I've pretty much been addicted to all substances, mostly cocaine at a young age. And then I had a spinal injury and started taking opiates in early 2000s. And my shift in drug use was primarily opiates for many years. 17, I started smoking crack. Before that, I started drinking and smoking weed by the time I was 14. I grew up kind of alone. My mom always worked. My house was a hangout. I had a skateboard ramp, a big ramp in my yard. Grew up a little skater punk kid, and that's where I started drinking and experimenting with drugs at a young age. I had some trauma when I was a child. Like, I was sexually abused by men and women. Things happened to you as a child. A lot of guilt came with that. Like, I didn't know who I was as a person. I didn't know what I wanted as a man. I questioned myself a lot. It took until really recently, before I started addressing the situations in therapy, that I realized it does play a role in my addiction. I can remember the first time like it was yesterday. I worked at Wendy's, and my roommate at the time, when I was 17, I was out on my own, and he asked me if I wanted to go smoke a lace joint. And I just assumed, I knew it was cocaine, so I did that for a few months until one day there was no weed, and I said, well, let's just snort the cocaine. And he said, it's not the kind of cocaine you can snort. And that's when I realized it was crack. So just the person that I am, I said, well, let's smoke it. And it was all downhill from there. I knew it caused damage in my life, but I couldn't say I knew I was an addict per se, because when I was young, I mean, even till the middle of my life, like, it was a party. With cocaine, the consequences are emotional and financial, but with an opiate, it brought me to my knees. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't function. I wouldn't get out of bed because of the withdrawal. And this entire time I've been on opiates, I'm doing other substances on top of it. I intravenously use cocaine, I smoke crack on top of opiates. I combine everything, but the base addiction is opiates. I need opiates to live. I've always been a worker. I've been self-employed since 2000. I do pool construction. I put rebar in swimming pools. And I would work myself day and night just to support a habit. I've been trying to get sober, or trying to get clean, since 2011 is when I first entered Rooms of Narcotics Anonymous because of a court sentence. And this is my second round at Foundations. I came with the first group of people that ever came here. And I left last year in June, and I immediately relapsed. My last relapse was so bad. It's a progressive disease, they say, and I've always had people who carry me. I never really bottomed out per se, and this last time was horrendous. I make a very good living, and I wouldn't spend money on food, a place to live. I lived in my truck. I got a gym membership to shower. I never lifted a weight. And it got to a point where drugs didn't work anymore. I ended up sitting out by the skydive to land, shooting dope, and crying my eyes out for no apparent reason.
I don't even know how I got back here. I fucked it all up again, hanging on by a thread. Addiction is such a crazy thing. But I'm hurt right now. I don't know. I just want to go home. I don't want to do it no more. I love getting high, but I hate what comes with it. It's a fact. I hate what comes with it. So it's time for a change. I'm scared. I'm living in my truck, freezing cold. Part of me just wants to die. You know, I've had a great life, an amazing life. I've done so much. Anything I ever want to do, I've done. From jumping out of planes to diving underwater to travel, snowboard. I mean, I've had an amazing life and I'm tired. But if I can't get this shit soon, man, I can't do this for years anymore. I can't. So one way or another, I'm gonna stop using. By any means necessary.
And I finally picked up the phone and called my people, and they came running immediately. They said, "We're coming to get you right now." And I'm like, "No, well, give me one more hour." They said, "Absolutely not. You're going to detox right now." And I went. That's the first time I've honestly made the decision. Like, I'm here on my own. It's no court order. Like, I finally was given the gift of desperation that I need a better way of life. I'm coming up. I have 8 months clean in a couple days. I'm genuinely happy. I have people who are truly my friends. I thought I used to have a lot of friends, but when I'm down and out, nobody's there. In the rooms, I've had a lot of trials. I was in the hospital a couple months ago with a cancer scare. And just the outpouring of love that was given to me, not just by the Rooms Narcotics Anonymous, but Miss Katie and Foundations and everybody who works here. It gave me a lot of gratitude, that people truly care about my well-being. The staff is highly involved in your recovery. Everyone here, for the most part, is in recovery, so they understand where I'm at and what I'm going through. And I function well under structure. And this is a structured program, and it's what I need. Like, I've already graduated, and I could leave and go out on my own, but I was given the opportunity to go to a graduate house, an alumni house, that are beautiful homes, and I can stay involved in Foundations. I love it around here. To be honest, right now, I don't know what my future holds. I'm 50 years old. I'm starting to question the next half of my life. I have an extremely hard job, very hot, very demanding. And physically, I don't know how many more years I can do it. And I don't have a retirement plan. So a change is coming. I don't exactly know what that entails, but I know as long as I don't get high today, I'll be good. And as long as I do the same thing tomorrow as I did today, I'll be just fine. Anything will work itself out as long as I don't pick up. There was a period of time where I thought I was a hopeless drug addict, and that was my role in society. But never give up. If this addict can get clean, I promise you anybody can. Gosh, I'm 50 years old. I've been using since I was 14, and I've been trying to get clean for 12 years now. And if I can do it, anybody can.